Leaders are important. They inspire us, they guide us. Leaders shape our world. Happy New Year and welcome back to class again. Today, class topic is power and influence in leadership, lessons from Elijah on Mount Carmel. We are going to see how the decisions of leaders have profound impact on others. Therefore, we need leaders who are courageous, compassionate, and wise. Leaders who stand for what is right. Leaders who make a positive difference. Leadership is not about power or position. True leadership is about service. It's about inspiring others to be their best. Leaders must have a clear vision. They must communicate effectively. Leaders empower others to act. We need leaders at every level. In our communities, our workplaces, and our families. We need leaders who will step up and make a difference. Because the world needs great leaders now more than ever. The story of Elijah on Mount Carmel is a powerful example of leadership. Elijah was a prophet in ancient Israel. He challenged the wicked king Ahab and the prophets of Baal. Baal was a false god. Ahab and his people had turned away from the one true God. Elijah called for a contest on Mount Carmel. He challenged the prophets of Baal to a duel. They would each build an altar. They would each call on their God to send fire from heaven. Elijah's challenge was bold. He stood alone against 450 prophets of Baal. The people gathered on the mountain. They watched with anticipation. Who would their God be? Who would answer the prayer? Elijah was confident in the one true God. His faith was unwavering, and his trust in God's power was absolute. He stood firm in his belief, knowing that the Almighty would not fail him. Elijah's confidence was not just a fleeting feeling, it was a deep-seated conviction that guided his every action. He knew that God would answer his prayer. Elijah's prayers were not mere words, they were heartfelt pleas filled with hope and expectation. He believed that God was listening, and that belief gave him the strength to face any challenge. Elijah built an altar of 12 stones. Each stone represented one of the 12 tribes of Israel, symbolizing unity and faith. He prepared the sacrifice meticulously, ensuring that everything was done according to God's instructions. Then he poured water over the altar. This act was not just a ritual, it was a demonstration of his faith. By drenching the altar, Elijah made it clear that only a true miracle could ignite the sacrifice. He soaked the wood and the sacrifice. The water flowed over the stones, making it impossible for any human to light the fire. Elijah wanted to leave no doubt that what was about to happen was the work of God. Elijah wanted to prove that God was real. His actions were a bold challenge to the false prophets and their gods. He stood before the people with a serious expression, ready to demonstrate the power of the true God. He wanted to show the people the power of faith. Elijah's goal was not just to win a contest, he wanted to turn the hearts of the people back to God. He spoke with conviction, urging them to believe in the one true God. The prophets of Baal went first. They performed their rituals with great fervor, hoping to invoke their God's power. They were dressed in their finest attire, praying with all their might. They called on their God for hours. They shouted and danced. They even cut themselves. Their desperation was evident as they tried everything to get a response. But there was no answer. Their God was silent. The crowd watched in disappointment as their efforts yielded nothing. The silence was deafening, and their faith began to waver. Their efforts were in vain. Elijah mocked them. He challenged their faith. With a confident demeanor, he pointed out the futility of their actions. He told them to shout louder. His voice carried over the crowd, filled with sarcasm and challenge. He wanted them to see the truth. Maybe their God was sleeping. Elijah's taunts were sharp and cutting, meant to expose the impotence of their false God. He ridiculed their false God. His words were filled with disdain, highlighting the absurdity of their beliefs. He exposed their lack of faith. The crowd's disheartened faces reflected their inner turmoil. Elijah's unwavering faith stood in stark contrast to their shaken beliefs. As the day wore on, it was Elijah's turn. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the landscape, and the air was thick with anticipation. The crowd had gathered, their eyes fixed on the lone figure standing on the mountain. This was the moment they had all been waiting for. He stepped forward with confidence, his heart steady and his mind clear. Every step he took was deliberate, each one echoing his unwavering faith. The people watched in silence, sensing the gravity of the moment. He prayed to the one true God, his voice strong and filled with conviction. His words were a testament to his faith, a plea for divine intervention. The wind seemed to carry his prayers to the heavens. He prayed for all to hear, his voice rising above the murmurs of the crowd. He wanted everyone to witness the power of his God, to see the truth that he held so dear. His prayer was a declaration, a challenge to the false prophets. He asked God to show himself, to reveal his power in a way that no one could deny. His eyes were lifted to the sky, his heart open and vulnerable. This was a moment of pure faith, a plea for a miracle. He asked God to turn the hearts of the people back to him, to bring them back to the path of righteousness. His prayer was not just for himself, but for the salvation of his people. He wanted them to see the light, to understand the truth. Suddenly, fire fell from heaven. It consumed the sacrifice, a blazing testament to the power of God. The people shielded their eyes, unable to look directly at the divine fire. It was a sight that would be etched in their memories forever. It burned up the wood and the stones, leaving nothing but ashes in its wake. The intensity of the flames was unmatched, a clear sign of divine intervention. The people could not deny what they were seeing. It even licked up the water in the trench. The people were amazed, their disbelief turning into awe. They had never seen anything like this before. The power of God was undeniable, and their hearts began to change. They fell to their knees, overcome by the display of divine power. Their hearts were filled with reverence and fear. They knew that they were in the presence of something greater than themselves. They cried out, "The Lord, He is God." Their voices rose in unison, a chorus of newfound faith. The realization of the truth had hit them all at once, and they could not contain their emotions. The Lord, He is God. Elijah's faith was rewarded. His courage was evident. He stood there, triumphant, knowing that he had fulfilled his mission. His heart swelled with gratitude and relief. He had stood up for what he believed in, even when it seemed like the whole world was against him. His faith had not wavered, and now he was vindicated. He had shown the people the true power of God. He had challenged the status quo, refusing to bow to the false prophets. His courage had inspired others, showing them that it was possible to stand up for the truth. He had become a beacon of hope. He had made a difference. His actions had changed the course of history, turning the hearts of the people back to God. Elijah's defining moment was not just a victory for him, but for all who believed in the one true God. Section 5. Influence through action, a leader's example. Elijah's victory on Mount Carmel teaches us important lessons. This event is not just a historical account, but a powerful narrative that resonates through the ages. It is a story of faith, determination, and the triumph of belief over doubt. The scene of Elijah standing firm on Mount Carmel, facing overwhelming odds, is a testament to the strength of conviction and the power of unwavering faith. It shows us the power of belief. Belief is a force that can move mountains both literally and figuratively. It is the foundation upon which great deeds are built. When people come together in belief, they create a powerful synergy that can overcome any obstacle. Elijah's story reminds us that belief is not just a personal journey, but a collective force that can inspire and uplift entire communities. It shows us the importance of courage. Courage is the quality that enables us to face our fears and take bold actions. Elijah's courage in the face of adversity is a shining example of what it means to stand up for one's beliefs, even when the odds are against you. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. It shows us that one person can make a difference. Elijah's actions on Mount Carmel were not just about proving a point, they were about making a significant impact. His story illustrates that one individual's actions can ripple out and influence many. It is a powerful reminder that each of us has the potential to effect change, no matter how small our actions may seem. Elijah's leadership was not about his title or position. Elijah led by example. True leadership is not about the power one holds, but the actions one takes. Elijah's leadership was characterized by his willingness to step up and take action, to lead by example rather than by decree. His story teaches us that leadership is about serving others and setting a positive example for them to follow. He stood up for what he believed in. Standing up for one's beliefs is never easy, especially when faced with opposition. Elijah's unwavering stance is a powerful reminder that true conviction requires us to stand firm, even when it is difficult. His story encourages us to be steadfast in our beliefs and to have the courage to voice them. He was willing to face opposition. Facing opposition is a natural part of any significant endeavor. Elijah's willingness to confront those who opposed him is a testament to his strength and determination. It shows us that true leaders are not deterred by challenges, but are motivated by them. They understand that opposition is an opportunity to prove the strength of their convictions. He was willing to take risks. Taking risks is an inherent part of leadership. Elijah's willingness to take bold actions, even when the outcome was uncertain, is a powerful lesson in the importance of risk-taking. It teaches us that without risk, there can be no reward. True leaders understand that taking calculated risks is essential for achieving great things. Elijah's influence came from his character. Character is the bedrock of true leadership. Elijah's influence was not derived from his position, but from his integrity and moral strength. His story reminds us that the most influential leaders are those who lead with honesty, humility, and a strong sense of ethics. It is their character that earns them the respect and trust of others. It came from his commitment to truth. Commitment to truth is a fundamental aspect of effective leadership. Elijah's unwavering dedication to truth, even in the face of falsehoods and deception, is a powerful example for us all. It teaches us that truth is a guiding principle that should never be compromised. Leaders who are committed to truth inspire trust and confidence in those they lead. It came from his willingness to serve others. Service to others is at the heart of true leadership. Elijah's story is a testament to the power of selfless service. His willingness to put the needs of others before his own is a powerful reminder that leadership is not about personal gain, but about making a positive impact on the lives of others. It is through service that leaders earn the loyalty and respect of those they lead. Elijah's story is an inspiration to us all. His life and actions serve as a powerful example of what it means to be a true leader. His story inspires us to strive for greatness, to stand firm in our beliefs, and to lead with integrity and courage. It is a timeless reminder that we all have the potential to make a difference. It reminds us that we all have the potential to be leaders. Leadership is not confined to a select few. It is a quality that resides within each of us. Elijah's story encourages us to recognize our own potential and to step into leadership roles in our own lives. It reminds us that we all have the ability to inspire and lead others, regardless of our position or status. We can all make a difference in the world. Each of us has the power to effect change and to make a positive impact on the world around us. Elijah's story is a powerful reminder that our actions, no matter how small, can have a profound effect. It encourages us to take action, to lead by example, and to work together towards a better future. Section 6, Modern Parallels, Leaders who Inspire. We see similar qualities in great leaders today. Think of Nelson Mandela. He fought for justice and equality. He inspired millions with his courage and compassion. Or consider Malala Yousafzai. She risked her life to advocate for education for girls. These leaders inspire us. They show us what's possible. They demonstrate the power of belief, courage, and action. They remind us that leadership is not about personal gain. It's about serving others. It's about making a positive difference in the world. Section 7. Key Lessons from Mount Carmel. Elijah's experience offers valuable lessons for leadership today. First, believe in something bigger than yourself. Have faith in your vision. Believe in the power of your message. Second, be courageous. Stand up for what you believe in, even when it's difficult. Challenge the status quo. Be willing to take risks. Third, lead by example. People are inspired by action. Show them what you believe in. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Fourth, be authentic. Be yourself. People can spot a fake. Be genuine in your interactions. Finally, focus on making a difference. Leadership is not about power or prestige. It's about serving others. It's about making a positive impact on the world. Section 8. Character, the foundation of true leadership. Character is the foundation of true leadership. It's about integrity, honesty, and compassion. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Leaders with strong character inspire trust. They build strong relationships. They create a positive and ethical environment. Character is not something you are born with. It's something you develop over time. It's about making choices that align with your values. Section 9. Conclusion. Answer the call to lead with purpose. The world needs leaders at every level. We need leaders in our communities, our workplaces, and our families. We need leaders who are willing to step up and make a difference. We need leaders who will inspire us to be our best. The story of Elijah on Mount Carmel is a reminder that one person can make a difference. It's a call to action for each of us to answer the call to lead with purpose. Let us be the leaders the world needs. Let us make a positive impact. Let us leave the world a better place than we found it. For any question and inquiry, contact Professor Olorunlana. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Until next class, bye for now.